Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. It's time to chat about a Battle Pass challenge, because I think this is probably the hardest one of this Battle Pass, Awakening the Volcano. Awakening the Volcano is the third of the kind of seasonal challenges, so not the ones which are time-based, but the ones which you unlock in the Battle Pass itself when you get to it. It is actually at level 60 in the Battle Pass, and you will have until the end of the season to be able to complete it. Basically, what you have to do is you have to play 5 battles in each of the standard kind of modes, get a cap, get an air kill, and also get a ground or naval kill. So, in effect, in a ground battle, you have to get a cap, an air kill, and a ground kill. In a naval battle, you need an air kill, a naval kill, and a cap. And then in air, you need a cap, a ground AI kill, and also a air kill. Now, they've done this challenge twice now, and both times it has been annoying as sin to be able to do. So I'll give you basically the way that I did it as quick as possible. Even though it is a seasonal challenge, it's nice to get these things done so you don't have to worry about them later on. The first one is the ground one. I mean, ground is very easy when it comes to this type of challenge. You just have to play some light tanks and get on a map which is, more favorable. Usually there are maps which exist, stuff like Hurtgun and things like that, which have what would be classed as a home spawn. So just get to that cap, and then with a light vehicle, try and do some damage to stuff, maybe get some intelligences, maybe get a ground kill, and then transfer to air. And then once you're in air, you can use the CAS ability to be able to destroy one of the enemy tanks, and then after that, you can go air to air. Something like 5-7 America would work great for this, with the M18 Hellcat, and then also the P-51s or P-47s to back it up. Basically, you can get 3 bomb drops off now with P-47s, since they now have individual bomb drops. So that's probably the easiest way of being able to do that type of mission. I personally did it with the M109 because that's what I was spading at the time, and it definitely wasn't, the easiest thing. It would have been much better just to use a light vehicle, get a cap, get a kill, and if you don't get a kill, that's fine, but eventually get in the CAS element to be able to take on the enemy. You could technically do this in Ground Arcade or Ground Simulator if you wanted to, but I feel like in Realistic it's probably the easiest at mid-tier, just because at the moment there's so many CAS elements because Guardian refuses to nerf it. For Naval, I think Arcade is the way to go, just because in Arcade you have more players playing it, or at least it feels like that, so you'll get into matches quicker. What you need Coastal for this. Blue water can cap zones technically, but most of the time that's not really going to happen because you're going to be far away from the zones unless you're at low tier destroyers. And remember, you need rank 3 vehicles at least to be able to do this, or at least spawn in a rank 3 vehicle at some point for it to count. So Coastal is the way to go. I did America 3-3 and used the Candid. The Candid is completely busted right now. I don't know if you know, but the Candid really the only thing that annihilates the Candid is actually torpedoes. It's able to tank so much damage, and with the 240mm on the back, you can easily rack up, 5 to 10 kills without even really thinking. So in general, the Candid, plus, whatever is at 3-0 or 3-3 for America. You could also go rank 3 USSR with the PR-123, I believe it's called, the fast little boat, because that one can cap a zone super quickly at the start of a battle. And then after you have got the cap and obviously the naval kill, which will come in coastal battles, you'll be able to donk on people as you go. The only issue with doing stuff like the 1-2-3, for example, is the fact that if you get like a ton of waves on the water, you're just going to bounce up and down and you're not going to be able to hit anything, which is kind of annoying. So that's why I prefer like stable stuff such as the Candid or stuff such as the PT boats from the Americans. So that's how I was able to do it. I saw some people use the SKR-7 once again. Basically the idea is you cap a zone with whatever coastal vessel that you're using, and then you spawn in the SKR-7, which can obviously destroy naval units and air units pretty effectively. The problem I have with the SKR-7 is not it itself, but the fact that at that BR, I hardly see any planes, and at the kind of rank 3, 3.0, 3.3 area, I see quite a lot of planes in coastal battles, and also there's a lot of people playing kind of standard reserve destroyers at that BR, and even though it's quite hard to destroy them with coastal vehicles, one thing that they do is they bring in a lot of planes, so that's why I think it's a bit easier to do around there. I actually did it while doing the tech talk, so you'll see kind of how I did it later on today in the podcast. The next one is air. Now, air is, oh boy, is air annoying, because in air, you have to play arcade. You cannot play any of the other game modes, because in air realistic, you don't have capture zones. In simulator, I suppose you do, but I'm not sure if it even counts as, the capture. So air arcade is really the only way that you can do it even efficiently, and most of the time you will not get domination battles. Now they have actually added another type of battle which you can actually get a cap on now. It's kind of a mixture between ground like strike and then also domination. There's an air domination zone in the center of the battle and then 2 caps, airfield caps on both sides of the battle. So that actually makes it a little bit easier. But the basic thing is there will be many times in Air Arcade where you will get into battles and you will get ground strike missions. I know that some people like doing the running multiple lineups for multiple nations, and if you don't get the right map with one nation, you just leave and then you just move on to another nation. I don't like doing that because it kind of screws over the team, and I don't really feel like that's a positive thing to do. The other thing as well is the fact that right now when it comes to map rotation, if you do that, you're more than likely just to get onto the same map again because of how it's running. So that's really not going to work. So I kind of just played them out, used it to spade certain aircraft which were sat around the place, used it to do a pages of history as well with the BF-109, and it worked okay. I think I played about 20 matches, and I overall got 6 domination matches, or 5 domination and 1 superiority one, and that meant I was able to get 5 out of 6 done. I wasn't able to get the 6th one done, which was like the 2nd or 3rd match I got, because there was a ton of people abusing the BR system in arcade. If you don't know how it actually works, in arcade it actually averages out your BRs. So basically, if you only bring one vehicle, which you can spawn in backups as well, basically you can run your vehicle at a lower BR than is actually there. Now, if you're doing this challenge, I honestly don't recommend that because, of course, you will die quite a few times, especially on certain maps if you're going for domination zones. But it is something that some people do, and it's something to watch out for because it is incredibly annoying when it happens. The other thing to also note is I actually, on these maps, the domination maps, I go for the ground unit first, because all it takes is 1 or 2 bombers on your team to be able to clean up all of the light targets to be able to hit. I mainly use the BF-109s and the Focke-Wulf 190s just because of their firepower and also the fact that they fly really nice in arcade. But if you go for the ground target first, you know that that is guaranteed. And then secondly, going for the domination zone after that, and then going for the air kill. So basically just doing it in order of rarity is basically the way I'm seeing it, because the ground AI units can get mopped up super quick, especially on certain maps, and just all you have to do is destroy one, right? So just get 1 AA or 1 armored car or 1 howitzer, and then that's it. That's that done. Then you can try and head on somebody, because usually you're in enemy territory at that point, and then go for the cap afterwards. Sometimes you'll have to loiter near caps just to kind of wait on them, but overall you'll be able to get it done. over time. This whole challenge, including, obviously doing the naval and the ground stuff, it took me about 2.5 days to do, but I wasn't fully focusing on it, especially when it came to the ground stuff. With the ground stuff, I feel like I could get it done as long as I got the right battles in like 5 to 8 battles. In naval, with the 3.3 or the 3.0 US, it would definitely take me probably about, 8 battles, and in air, it's about 20-25 battles. So for a seasonal challenge, it can take longer than a lot of others, but also at the same time, don't let it hurt you, basically. It's the last major seasonal challenge. It's the hardest one, but you can get it done. The other thing to also mention about arcade, if you're not used to it, your gears don't break at speed. So you can actually capture domination zones at 600 kilometers an hour, at 500. You just got to watch out for your prop and also bouncing. So you just, you can sort it out. It ain't too bad. Like, I believe in you. If I can do it with my, old arms and jaded eyes, you can too. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank Brendan Quinn, Vilneus, Character Fuel, Juan the Panda, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Merciless Reaper, Orange Tail, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Moxie, B. Young, Bareen, Peter Grayling, Alan Hacker, Sem Alslan, Uncle Bean, and Derek R., and also Lafouche for supporting the channel.